Righto, I'm also going to do this exercise on the addition of ordinates of circular functions. So this is, well, I think one of the shortest exercises in the book. There's only one question with 5 parts. Pretty quick to go through, and honestly it's not a very methodsy idea. It's, this is something that often students in methods struggle with this because it lacks the precision of what we normally do. So keep in mind this is just an approximate sort of method, and it's just to get an idea of how things sort of work. So 4 cos x. Now, looking at that, I know that the amplitude is 4 and the period should be 2 pi because there's no dilation from the x-axis. So I can sketch that one out pretty easily. It's going to start here, it's going to finish here, it's going to have its minimum right there, exactly halfway between, and it's going to pass through pi on 2 and 3 pi on 2. So I can sketch that one out fairly quickly. Again, just keep in mind these are supposed to be nice smooth curves and like quite accurately drawn. There we are. So that is y equals 4 cos x. Okay, I'm also going to do the 2 sine 3x. So for that, the amplitude is 2 and the period should be 2 pi on 3. So it's going to be repeating a bit here. And this is a sine function, so it's going to start at the origin. Okay, and at 2 pi on 3 it's going to finish, and then at 4 pi on 3 it will have completed another cycle. That means it's going to be passing through here as well, so it has to go up to its maximum, down to its minimum, and then it's going to repeat up to the maximum, down to the minimum, and one more time just in here, so it'll be up to the maximum and down to the minimum, and then it will eventually finish here. So this graph, I'm going to draw this as best I can. Actually didn't go too badly, it's a little bit wonky, but well, you get the idea of what it's supposed to look like. Now, I'm going to just change colours for this next part so we can see exactly what's happening. Okay, so this is addition of ordinates. We are adding points together, and the ordinates are the y coordinate, okay, of each of these. So for example, the y coordinate here is 0 and the y coordinate here is 4, so when we add them together it equals 4. Okay, it's going to have that point there. This point here has a y coordinate of 0 and it's added onto this y coordinate here, so it's going to be passing through that point as well. We can do this for all of our zeros, so 0 here and this point, add them together, it comes out to be that point. This 0 gets added to this point, which means it's down there somewhere. This 0 gets added to this point, so it's going to have that point. This 0 added to this point means it will be that point. This 0 added to this point will have this point. This 0 added to this point will be up here. And this 0 added to this point will be up here. Now there's a few other things that we can do along the way. So for example, this vertical height here of 2 added onto this vertical height here will probably take it up there somewhere. And this vertical height of 2 here added onto this is probably going to bring it back in here somewhere. And if we look at, say, this height, both of these graphs have the same height, so it'll be double the height in the negative direction, which probably puts it down about here. So you can kind of see the shape that this is forming, like it's going to go up here and down here, and it's going to come down through, oops, that didn't help. It's going to come down through here, and it's going to come up here. Now, this is where it gets a bit tricky, so it's going to come